Man, is this the end?
Anyway, so we don't really know what we're gonna talk about.
This is the state of the podcast addressed.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a nice, good time and just kind of hang out and go crazy with this. I'm not gonna edit this one too I'm not gonna really do any editing with this one. Truth is, I'm burnt out on something that I was probably already burnt out on two or more years ago.
Yeah.
And Brian's probably in a similar boat.
Yeah.
He's still gonna post stuff to the channel, but it's mainly gonna be occasional draft league stuff.
Yeah.
You want to go on about that?
Well, if you've seen my draft league content, you know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be my battle of that week. I'm probably gonna lose that week, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. So I mean, we're basically gonna discontinue. I mean, not like we post frequently or anything, but to make it definite, to make a definitive address about it, we're gonna be even more infrequent than we were before.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get an episode every 6 to 8 months, maybe once a year. We'll continue doing occasional podcasts, but if there is an upload that concerns the podcast, it's probably going to be a special episode type thing, like we did with the drink videos.
Yeah.
The taste test.
Yeah, the taste
videos.
test. Yeah, we're not gonna do a taste test this hangout. We're not.
But maybe expect one near the end of the year. They know that this isn't our full-time job or even our part-time job. It's just a hobby that we tried to elongate. If it ever got really popular, and it hasn't, and that's fine. We've had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
But expect this to be the last podcast for this year, and by this year, we're recording this in 2023.
I think the new year starts in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's the 29th or something like that.
It's the 30th.
It's the 30th,
yeah.
This is the 30th.
So tomorrow, New Year's Eve. But we're recording this 2023. When I say this year, I mean 2024. For 2024, this is probably going to be the only podcast that we release, and we might do a special video after that. Basically, this is our way of saying the podcast is definitely not going to be really much of a thing after this point. And Brian will take on the channel solo, with the occasional excursion or outing of my involvement or collaboration.
Yeah. Whenever he decides to come to North Carolina, we might do something. We might not.
But, okay, well, that's it. See you guys later. Fuck you. No.
Okay. No, we're going to talk a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. We might... No, I'm just pontificating. We might do a iCarly episode if we happen to watch season 3. So, if we both... Alright, how about this? If we have both watched season 3 by the next time we meet up, we will do an iCarly episode.
Okay.
Where it's just one episode of us doing a retrospective of season 3.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a series of it. Because I feel like... I don't even know if anyone gives a shit. I mean, this is me being honest. I don't even know if the 6 or 7 people that consistently watch us, I don't know if they're the consistent few that watch us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's interchanging. If it's a different 8 than the previous episode's 8.
Yeah, it probably is.
If that's the case, you guys don't want.
We don't understand the YouTube algorithm.
We never took a hold of shorts.
Yeah.
We could have done a lot with shorts.
Yeah.
Because that's really how people are getting famous now.
Yeah.
Is YouTube shorts and TikTok stuff.
But I don't like short form content though.
Yeah, but you got to do it.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah. Now, it's all good. Don't cry if there is anybody who's been consistently watching for this whole time. Don't cry. Move on. Do something better with your life. Follow Brian's content. I got my own channel. We're not gonna stop creating things.
Yeah.
We're just not gonna do this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I honestly do believe if I'm wrong, this is your chance to prove me wrong. Okay, so attention. If there is anyone listening to this podcast that is listening from their YouTube account or from an active YouTube account, if you're doing that, if you're watching this from an active YouTube account, write in the comments, hey, I've been following you long enough to tell you that I did listen to you, and yes, you do have long-term followers. Even if it's just one person. I just want to know. And it's not me being petty. It's not me being like, oh, I wish we had more people. No, I'm genuinely just curious. Yeah. Because if nobody responds now, for this episode and possibly for the past, 10 episodes, we have been talking into dead air.
Yeah.
And no one's heard it.
Yeah.
Which is completely fine with me.
Yeah.
But one of the main, and I've got a cold, so I sound like shit. So that's why I sound like this. So bear with it. But if this did get successful, I would have loved to have continued it.
Yeah.
Snatched it out of the air. That's right, Brian.
Yeah.
But fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I still wanted to leave it online. I'm not even
it's a relic of the time we were in.
Yeah, just a thing. Honestly, it was kind of a prototype of thing for future podcasts, because I really would like to get a podcast going.
Yeah.
But I want to do it about film.
Mm-hmm.
Do a podcast about film.
I wouldn't be very good at that. I don't watch many movies.
No, he'd have to be a podcaster for memes.
Like video games, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon and memes and video games and Skittles.
Yes, Skittles. Specifically Skittles.
It's like, hey everyone, only you can taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the Rainbow podcast.
Yeah. This is Brian coming at you with a handful of Skittles. You do, sound effect of Skittles falling on the floor.
Yeah.
And then a crunch sound.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat them anywhere. On the floor, on the table. I'll go to the dump. I'll eat them in the dump truck. Look at me. I'll eat them in the dump truck.
Yeah. The Skittles guy. I'll just be known as the Skittles guy. No one knows my name because I'll just say, hey, I'm the Skittles guy.
And you just look like that because you're colorfully dressed anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe you get a jacket, like a multicolored jacket.
Yeah.
Like sports jacket. And all your people ask, yeah. They hear the music of your entrance, and everyone gets free Skittles, and they go so what's your superpower? And the music stops, and you go I like Skittles. And you just eat Skittles.
Yeah. Here's my superpower, friend.
And people are looking at you just blankly,
No, seriously, what's your superpower?
and you go Skittles. You tear off another packet.
Yeah. And then they really get mad. It's seriously, what's your superpower? Then I get a bottle of water and one of those Skittles things, Skittles powder.
Yes, yeah, the Skittle flavored packets.
The water packs, yeah. I'll just pour it in the water.
And that really pisses them off. And they're like, funny guy, huh? Fucking funny. And then you go did you try Skittles gum?
Did you try the Skittles gummies? Did you try those?
Did you try the discontinued Skittles sour gum? And they're they just form an angry mob at that point.
Did you try the Pride Skittles that are not any color because the Pride Rainbow belongs to the gays?
So they go after you with pitchforks and torches, and machine guns.
Yeah.
Because this is the South.
Yes.
And you go and you run like a little girl, screaming like a little girl.
But I'm really enjoying the shit out of this because this is so funny.
So when you're done screaming like a girl, you do start enjoying the shit out of it. But you have to create a rainbow that you make appear in front of you from your power of Skittles.
Yes.
And you surf the rainbow into the clouds.
Yep.
And you go sell out, suckers! Your voice is getting higher because of the helium in the atmosphere. And they go, no, what the fuck? What? What? How? Magic exists!
Anything is possible. I'll say anything is possible when you have the power of Skittles.
And then you twinkle Team Rocket style, and you hear Pika because you're Pokemon, and they go their brains start bleeding because they don't know what they just witnessed.
Yep.
Your brain starts bleeding because you don't know what's happening. You're in the Rainbow Thor Ragnarok portal, going like, your nose is bleeding. You're like, what's happening?
I start bleeding from my right ear specifically, just my right ear.
Well, I said
My left.
nose, but you could have ear bleed too, young lad.
Yeah, for my nose and my right ear. My left ear, for some reason, doesn't bleed, but it's just my nose and my right ear.
And you go up into heaven, it's Skittle God goes like, I'm Skittle God. Yo, what's happening, man?
Welcome to Skittle Heaven, my friend.
And he pours you filled with Skittles forever.
Forever, yeah.
And you love it. It's like gleeful ecstasy forever, all eternity.
And then I wake up because my alarm went off and I have work.
Nah, you're in heaven.
Okay, I'm actually dead then.
Yeah.
Great. That wasn't a dream. Awesome.
Well, you're not dead, but you're in this weird, warped universe where this Skittle being is force-feeding you Skittles forever. And
Force feeding.
yeah, so you've got a tube connected to you, and you've got Skittles coming in, like, by the thousands every second. And your
That
stomach,
cannot be healthy.
but your stomach's been enlarged like a black hole,
Yeah.
and the Skittles just go to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So you never get full. So you're just there on this torture thing that's feeding you Skittles. So I have to come save you. And I go, well, how the fuck? I don't even know what's going on. When the news comes to me, one of the people from the angry mob, because hypothetically this took place in the same village, come to me, and she goes like, look at this thing, Brian! He flew off on a fucking rainbow! And she shows me the footage, and it's like real ass you going away on a fucking rainbow. And you're like, so long, suckers! And then the helium gets to your voice, and you're like, ah! And you disappear. And I see that. So I spend fucking months figuring out the formula to how to vaporize myself and turn into a rainbow and go to the fucking rainbow dimension.
And it turns out it's the same formula as the Krabby Patty.
Yeah, which everyone knows at this point. I mean, it's been 20 years. And, it's in. I'd say, oh my God.
I broke him. He's never done this. He's never laughed at a joke during a podcast.
God,
He's
yeah.
very professional.
Oh my God.
He's finally laughed at a joke I made in the podcast.
That was good. Well, I only took to the last one.
Yeah.
No, but I get into that rainbow dimension, and I go, rainbow crystal shatter, like window, and I come in, slow motion.
Yep.
Superhero landing on the floor, hard marble made of rainbow.
Christian man.
Yeah, Christian man. Interpret that however you want. And the rainbow goes like, I'm agnostic. And I go like, me too. And we have this weird, awkward silence between us, this giant rainbow being and me. We just stare at each other. For a good 5 seconds, it's uncomfortable.
And then he goes cool beans.
Cool. So what are you doing here? And I go, I'm here to save my friend.
Saving my friend.
Oh, you mean this guy? And we cut to Brian, who is extremely engorged, obese.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, Christian. You said that they put a black hole in the pit of his stomach. That should be sucking up all the rainbow crystals and the Skittles. Well, I did say black hole, but they are feeding him so many Skittles that the black hole can't suck it up fast enough, and he has been engorged tenfold.
Yeah.
It looks like a skin sack filled with... It looks like a fucking beanbag with a mouth. It's very grotesque and unsettling. And I go, oh, can he be reverted back? Yes, he could be reverted back. Okay, I'd like to save him still. Because if this were real physics, it's a different dimension. It's different physics.
Yeah.
If it was this world's dimension's physics,
I had to really exercise to lose all that weight.
I mean, you would be fucked. You would be dead. I would just leave you.
Yeah.
But since this being has told me, this wise, untricking rainbow Skittles being
he's not a trickster at all. He's very honest.
has told me that you will live, I go through the effort and I kick his ass anyway.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a badass, but I can take giants down. Okay.
Yeah, you got your slingshot and your rock.
I'm a giant slayer.
Yeah.
I'm a giant slayer.
Yeah.
Brian's seen me slay giants.
Yeah, you slayed the other Brian.
Yeah, I know. I did slay the other Brian. That is a deep, only me and this Brian will get it reference.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go any further.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I took this bitch down, and I gave him a wedgie, and I licked him several times on the back and on the eyeball, just to make it weird, because he's made of Skittles. And I went, I own you. I won.
Don't mess with my friend.
And meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I do this for like a whole hour. Meanwhile, I hear, and I turn around, it's Brian, and I go, Brian, I'm so sorry. I forgot you were hooked up to a Skittles feeder, and I saved you. And basically, I body slammed the Skittles tube that connects to your mouth with a clang.
Mm-hmm.
Psst, clang. Shards go everywhere. And some of them hit you, and they penetrate your skin, and you go... And don't worry, I get cut too. Yeah, and one penetrates you deep enough, yes, to release all the Skittles. And now you're cut and tore open, but you get better.
Yeah. I get down to my normal weight. I'm just in the hospital for a long time getting surgery to cut up to get the entrance.
The Skittles injuries.
Yeah, the Skittles injuries healed up. Excuse me, wrong words. Healed up.
The Skittle shrapnel.
Yeah.
The scrap.
We got to get that out of my body.
The scrapnel.
Then I thank you and I say, the greatest treasure is truly the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, and then I want a freeze frame of us jumping and smiling.
High-fiving at the same time.
Whoosh. Yeah. Whoosh. And we'll stay there forever. 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 Forever.
One eternity later.
Alright, I think we stayed here long enough. I gotta go home. I'm really old. And you go, me too.
Me too.
I really want a hot bath.
Wedding.
I miss my life. I need to go take a hot bath. And we're skeletons.
Yeah.
Shuffle off.
It turns out in the new world we live in, there's no hot water at all.
Oh man, is Earth a rock?
I don't know.
Earth's a rock.
They just made hot water illegal.
No, they made it. It's like Earth. There's no vegetation left on Earth. It's just us.
Yeah.
And our impervious friendship field. Best friends forever. Best friends forever. Cling.
Oh, ring, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're the best friends forever club.
Nice. We got 35 more minutes. All right, so
God, that was a podcast of its own, just a made up story.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, we could have done more of it. I'm just gonna slip into my New York accent because my voice is so hoarse.
Yeah.
And it sounds best when I am hoarse and I go New York. But
I'm a little sleepy.
That's okay. We're about to wrap up in 30 minutes. Don't let this pussy fool you, people. He's going to hang in there. And don't worry, we're going to give you a nice, good last episode. So, honestly, we would have done more of it in the past if we weren't as busy.
We lived in the same states.
And honestly, yeah, but even before I moved this year, we could have done it more. But I was busy. Brian was pretty busy. On top of that, this is a hobby. But even though we could have done it more, the real reason we didn't is because me and you have very different interests.
Yeah.
And we only could really talk about a certain select few things that we had both seen or continuously watch.
Yeah.
And that's mainly iCarly and Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even with Pokemon, I do not watch it or pertain to it. That's all Brian.
Yeah, it's all me.
Again, this is his channel, but our show.
Yeah.
It's so this he's the Pokemon guy, and I am the other part of the duo, but I'm not in any way affiliated with Pokemon.
And I'm probably not going to change the name.
Fuck it, just keep it.
Yeah.
Makes people.
I'll always be one half of that Pokeduo. Who is the other half? I don't know. He might be here later.
Yeah. I'll come and go. Filmroller.com, or sorry, Filmroller Productions, just called Film Roller. That's FILMROLLER. Capital ROLLER. That's my YouTube name. Or my business, Chrysanthemum Productions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just plugging them away. That's where I'll be.
Yep.
Sorry, Chrysanthemum Videography. But we would have done more of it. We would have done more of it if we had a little bit more time on a plate and if we had our interests stacked similarly. But
I think we're still best friends. Don't worry.
That's very petty in the grand scheme of things when you have a friend. You know, you don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah.
It's how you connect emotionally and spiritually and mentally and psychologically and sometimes sexually if it's that kind of friend.
We are not that kind of friend.
We are not that kind of friend. But if you were with that kind of friend, you need to make her realize that you're there to service her.
Yeah.
Man, my voice went so hard that I'm just gonna make it a bit. Now it wants to ascend back into its normal form.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, let's talk brass tacks. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
What are you planning on doing with your life, Brian?
I might just deliver packages.
At Amazon?
Yeah, I might just do that.
Yeah, that's going to be your directive.
Yeah, I'm making like $18 an hour now. So.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
What
It keeps going
about
up. It keeps going up.
what about your ambitions with your Pokemon stuff?
I have a tournament January 19th to 21st I'll be going to. Charlotte Regionals, baby.
Nice.
I went to Charlotte Regionals last year. I went 5-4. We're going to try to go 6-3 this year.
Fucking A, man.
Get one better.
So if that becomes big, you'll pursue that more?
That's going to require a lot more money. Going to
Yeah.
a lot more tournaments. Like, to qualify for Worlds this year, you need like 500 championship points, and which is like 200 more than you needed last year. And I got 0 points last year. I'm probably going to get 0 points again this year.
Gotcha.
But, well, 6-3 would guarantee me points. And like that's the goal. Just give me, I just want some points. I want some championship points.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go 6-3, I get championship points. So that's the goal, 6-3.
Fucking A. And then after that,
We'll see. Maybe I'll have a lot more money when I move in with my girlfriend, so I can travel to more regionals and maybe another year qualify for Worlds.
yeah.
If I was ever that good at this game, but I'm probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm better than I give myself credit for, but I'm also not on the level of other players. So,
Okay.
you know.
So you're gonna play it by ear, basically.
Yeah.
Just kind of take it easy as you go.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm doing videography. I'm a filmmaker. Like I said, I got 2 channels. I gotta attend to that.
He's got a nice beard.
Oh yeah, you look good, clean shaven, by the way.
Thank you.
No homo, but no, but like, yeah, I'm doing the business. I'm trying to get my business ready and up and running completely. I've got it going, like it exists.
It's going on.
But and I've got like quite a few projects under my belt that I've already finished, but I just need more clients for the future, because once I'm done with like 3 or 4 remaining unfinished projects, I need clients, because I'm not going to have anything to work on unless I have someone who's like, hey, I could use you for this wedding or corporate event, whatever.
Yeah.
And making art on the side, man, like real art. That's what the other channel's for.
Yep.
Film roller. And art is the reason I wanted to do this in the first place, because I'd never done a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to see what it was like to do it. We kind of released episodes semi-regularly.
We started semi-regularly, yes.
Yeah, and then it dwindled, but it was still a long-term thing.
Yeah.
That is the prototype for hopefully many other, or maybe a podcast in the future. Because I want to do a legit podcast on filmmaking. And Brian wouldn't be the one to do it with me, but at some point I'd like to rein that in.
You gotta learn to walk before you run.
Yeah, and this was a crawl.
Yeah.
This was a crawl.
Yeah, so We skip the crawl stage. You got to learn to walk before you run, but in reality, you have to crawl before you walk before you run.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Brian, my boy.
I am sometimes having wise things to say.
Yeah. But it looks like you're doing all right for yourself.
I think so too.
And, I remember us meeting at Domino's. Fucking almost
4 years ago?
4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I had to track back because it's the reason I'm so accurate is it's New Year's Eve. It's the night before New Year's Eve.
It started relatively close to after I started.
Yeah, so the reason I know it's that is because I know when I got hired at Domino's in Jamestown, it was 2019, the summer of 2019. It was like July. And right now it's 2023, almost about to be New Year's Eve. So that's 4.5 years.
Yeah.
But I remember meeting you, and you mentioned that you wanted to do a little bit of writing.
Yeah.
Because you were kind of down on like you were going through some hard times at the time with your job, and I was like, well, why don't you get back into writing? And you started doing that, and you started blogging for a while.
Yeah, I blogged for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, he's doing that. Then I said, why don't you start a channel? Start doing like filming your sessions when you're battling, video game stuff.
Yeah.
Pokemon tournaments. And you made the channel for that.
Yeah.
I think. And then that's when I was like, well, fuck it, let's do. You're being really productive. I'm an artist. I've never done a podcast. Let's do a podcast on the one thing that we share a common interest in.
Yeah.
Which is
teenage Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah, Nickelodeon, nostalgic 90s to early 2000s.
Yeah.
Pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
In that vein. And sometimes Pokemon.
Yeah, sometimes. I tried to get him into Pokemon. It just didn't work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It's like if I were to get you into Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
It's like if I were to get you into Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay, I know who that is.
Yeah. There you go. Everyone knows Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he did like that first horror film. What was it called? That was really popular.
The first horror film, Brian.
Yeah, maybe not the first, but it was like something.
He did the first horror movie ever.
Yeah. What was that one?
He did Psycho.
Psycho. Yeah, that's what I was coming up with. Psycho. That's what I was trying. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I took a film class in college and we watched Psycho.
And I bet you were like, "Wow, that was really good."
Yeah, I think it was like the first movie to ever have like a full nude scene or something like that.
To show the toilet.
Yeah.
Even though that doesn't have any nudity in it.
Yeah.
It's all implied.
Yeah.
I sound like an old Hollywood producer.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the time I hired Barbara Streisand. Man, I sure am hoarse.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. I wish I could go high pitch. I guess I still can.
Even though that was me.
What?
Yeah, that was me.
No, I was. What are you doing? I am me. You are you. Okay.
And that's a giant ass monster. Run!
So, yeah, this motherfucker thinks he could end the podcast with the classic bit, the classic weird, surreal exit.
Yeah.
We still have to address the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant in the room?
Oh, yeah. Big one. It's this fucking Pikachu.
Yes.
There's we got to talk about the Last Airbender franchise. So if iCarly will do an episode for that if we get together and we have happened to watch season 3. For any big event that we deem noteworthy to talk about for the Last Airbender series. we can still, sort of unofficially have this to remain open, this podcast to sort of remain open enough to where we can come back and talk about major
Did they ever
Avatar
Did they ever
events.
release anything? Did they ever release?
No. Since we've started talking about Avatar stuff, they haven't released jack shit.
Yeah.
Nothing's been released except comic books.
So the live action is probably not going to be released.
It will. It's still in the works, but they keep pushing it back. But I don't care about that.
Yeah.
What I don't want to talk about that. Fuck remakes.
Yeah.
Of the original Last Airbender series. But any other Avatar news that comes out, like if the movie comes out, when it comes out, when the new series comes out, the new animated series, we might return to talk about those.
Yeah.
But that and iCarly are probably the only two things. It might change. We might talk if there's anything nostalgic or Nickelodeon related, Cartoon Network related, Disney Channel related that we deem interesting enough to talk about. We may not make a full episode, but we'll make like a 30-minute excursion or a 45-minute thing when we're back together, when it's convenient to talk about. But don't expect it all the time.
Yeah.
The main things are going to be The Last Airbender. I'm sorry, the Avatar franchise.
Yeah.
The one with Aang and not the one with blue people.
Yeah.
And
Not the one Ong.
and
Not that one either.
and possibly iCarly. Definitely expect an iCarly episode if the circumstances align.
Yeah.
now. But because then you get a lot of random dancing and put in here a lot of random dancing. 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 A lot of random. Here's to a new year. Woo! Brian,
Hi.
it's we're still on.
Yeah. I'm tired. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah, man, I hear you, bro. But we got to go that 45-minute mark, or I get itchy, and it's the last episode. So deal with it. So I mean, look. I guess I'll express all my sentiments that I've been holding back and reserving since my stay on the show. If there really is anyone listening, just know that I don't think of you as just a regular supporting fan who likes nice cultural relevant commentary. I think you're a dirty, rotten, motherfucking piece of
Candy.
Anyway, moving on. So I think, for real though, like if we construct any, if we've learned anything from the universe, from this time that we've had on this mortal coil, if we've learned anything, it's don't invest in TV stocks in the year 2011. All right, don't invest in any major successful Hollywood TV studio or TV channel, because you're gonna be losing some stocks. Because the internet era is gonna kick your ass, sweep you off your feet. You got to start investing in a Netflix, Amazon,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Netflix adaptation.
Yeah. Of what, Brian? A Netflix adaptation of what?
Fill in the blank.
I want to know the blank. Give me the blank.
Netflix adaptation of Rugrats all grown up.
I think they are gonna do a Rugrats thing pretty soon. That's what I heard.
That's the only Rugrats I watch. I didn't watch the original because I didn't have that channel as a kid.
Yeah. So you didn't watch any Rugrats?
Only all grown up.
Oh, that's that shitty spinoff. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, maybe we could do a Netflix adaptation of Recess.
Shit, man. You mean make it?
Not make it.
Yeah, we can make it.
Yeah, we can make it. Mikey's dead, but
Is he?
yeah, the voice actor for Mikey is dead.
Oh no, shit, that sucks. When did that happen?
Oh, I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
I didn't know about that. Holy fuck, that's sad.
Yeah, he died.
Damn, man. Yeah, I like that show. I still have.
It's a good show.
No, it really is. It's underrated.
The teacher is hella based.
Oh yeah,
Miss
Principal.
Grokey.
And then Principal Prickly.
Quickly, and then Miss Fenster,
Yeah, Miss Finster.
whose
Yeah.
best friend was Randall.
Oh yeah, Randall. The
Randall Weems.
Right, the pussy, like the snitch.
The snitch, yeah.
Yeah.
There was Upside Down Girl.
And then the Emperor.
Yeah,
right?
King Bob.
King Bob.
Yeah, the Digging Bros. The Digging Bros.
Yeah, and then Gus.
Yeah.
Hop on the bus,
Bus,
Gus. Dude, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Where he can't say his name.
Yeah, no one can say his name because he's the new kid, because his name is now New Kid.
But just the links, like the astronomical like consequences that happen are so over the top.
And then everyone just calls him Gus out of nowhere. And
Hey,
then
what's
King
up,
Bob
Gus?
King Bob shows up. He's like, don't tell... TJ says like, don't tell us. Tell him.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is this guy doing here? I'd like my name back. Okay.
Oh yeah. His name is Gus though, right?
Yeah, his name's Gus, yeah. His name's Gus, but he was called New Kid because whenever a new kid comes to Third Street School, his name is now New Kid until the next new kid shows up.
That's right.
And the other new kid had been New Kid for 3 years. So Gus stands up to King Bob and goes like, I want my name back. And King Bob just goes like, okay.
Oh yeah. I love how like casual things settle themselves, like in the conflicts.
And
of
then
these
the other
shows.
new kid goes like, wait, I was a new kid for 3 years. Then King Bob goes like, well, you should have said something.
Damn. Brian. It's all coming back to me, man. Shit.
Yeah, that was such a good show.
He had to stop talking though because he was jinxed, right?
There was one where he was jinxed, yeah.
I think it was that episode.
No, it wasn't that episode.
It wasn't?
That whole thing was the new kid name. That entire thing was the new kid name.
Damn.
And then my favorite episode is the one where they realize that Mikey is a great ass singer.
Oh,
But he can always sing in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, and like he thinks he can only sing in the bathroom. So they get this this music teacher from the middle school that they're gonna go to in 2 years. And apparently they think she's like the most evil thing in the world, but she's the sweetest,
She's
most
soft and
she's
sweet.
soft and sweet. He's like, "Hi, is one of you Mikey? I am."
Hi, Mikey.
And then Mikey gets a crush on her, and it's inappropriate. And
And then it gets really cringy.
yeah, and then her boyfriend from Ecuador
To Bequador?
it's Ecuador or something like that. I don't remember where he's from, but he proposes to her and breaks Mikey's heart, and then it turns out that Mikey doesn't need to be in a bathroom to sing. Yeah, that's my favorite episode. I love that episode.
Good.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
my
his
sorrows.
voice, like he's like a pubescent kid,
Yeah,
but like his voice deepens into like an adult baritone,
yeah.
like a professionally trained opera male
But
singer.
out of the bathroom, it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Damn.
Yeah, it was awful. It was like awful in everywhere but the bathroom.
Yeah, Recess is good, man. We should have covered it. It pains me that we never did.
Yeah, and Recess School's Out was such a good movie.
You know what's a really under... I mean, people know about the show. Like, people know about Recess. They're similar.
Yeah.
But it was on Cartoon Network. It's called Kids Next Door.
Codename Kids Next Door, yes.
That show kicked ass.
Dude, that show kicked total ass.
It was great. It was, like, funny, adventurous, cartoony.
And the finale was great, too. That finale movie.
Yeah.
With number 0.
Yeah, who was number 1's dad.
Yeah.
Where do you think you got your skills?
And he just temporarily becomes number 0 because they have to stop.
Thank you for saying
the
number
father.
instead of number, because a lot of people
number.
say it's yeah.
He becomes number 0.
See, but for the longest time, I thought it was number because Nigel, mainly says the number system, or he talks the most, so you hear his voice the most.
Yeah.
So whenever he says number, because he's British,
number,
he naturally says number. It doesn't say the R.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was him pronouncing number like that.
Yeah.
No, it's number, like AH.
Yeah.
Instead of ER.
Number 5.
Yeah. But that can also, I just thought that was like Ebonics.
Number 3. Number 4.
And then Australia.
Yeah.
And then number 2.
Number 2.
I just thought was eccentric.
He's just generic American.
But I thought like he was mispronouncing it. So for the longest time, I thought it was number. And then I looked it up on like their website, like CartoonNetwork.com.
Yeah.
It's like number. I had all their profiles. Like it's number 5.
Yeah, number.
So it was like, oh, it's like more elementary, like kid.
There's also number T.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which was that was just also in that movie, which was number 2's little brother.
Number T. Man, no, that was I like the specials they did for that show. Like the delightful kids from down the lane.
Delightful children from down
Delightful
the lane.
children from down the lane.
Yeah.
Any event episode with that villain, I always liked.
Yeah.
And Father.
Father, yeah.
It was great. No, like, because that was me as a kid. Because, like, I feel like the early 2000s was like the last kids had, like, consistent outside experience, like going outside in the yard, having that kind of backyard childhood. Yeah. Nowadays, kids just stay inside, I feel like that was the last era, because I did go out and play with sticks and toy guns and stuff, lightsabers. And that's kind of what Kids Next Door was about. Yeah. Just like, it's set in a world where, like, the kids are these real-life operatives, these secret spies, that make gadgets out of, like, stuff that they find in their backyard. Yeah. Or the junkyard, or their toys.
Yeah, and all their acronyms were, like, actually acronyms.
Right, yeah, it was really cool. Like, the stuff they named their devices.
Yeah, and
the
then, operations.
Like, I love the villains they had. Like, they had Father, who was the main one.
Sticky Beard,
who was, like, a cavities...
it was a pirate
guy
who had candy.
Yeah, he encouraged cavities.
Yeah.
Then you had Knife Brace, who was like, I'm gonna...
The dentist, right?
Gonna brace the orthodontist.
Yeah, the orthodontist. The Knife Brace, yeah.
I'm gonna give you braces, kids.
Yeah.
Like the horror, Mr. Boss, like, who had the big mustache, big ovular body. I'm the boss. He was, like, in command a lot. Stuff like that. And, I just clever shit. And then, of course, you had Toilet Nader.
Yeah, the Toilinator, yeah. That's
Toilet Nader.
Toilinator, yeah. I remember that.
That's enough out of you, Toilet Nader.
And I always thought it was funny that number 3 just was a big fan of the Rainbow Monkeys.
Rainbow monkeys, oh so very round and super chunky.
Bringing love wherever they go. Everything's made out of a big rainbow. They're red and orange and pink and blue. Rainbow monkeys, we love you. Yeah, she just loves. She loved the rainbow monkeys. Yeah. Yeah, he tried to sing that, and
yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. Checks phone. No expression.
We're at 43 minutes now, so.
Nice. But it's not enough, is it?
I guess technically not. We still have a minute and a half. So I guess I can spend this joyful minute and a half Just thanking you all for all that you've done for the channel. All 6 of you, specifically the 6 being Timmy, Remy, Jimmy, Demi, and Lemmy.
Thanks, guys, for holding on. Thanks for coming in and watching this shit. If there's anybody watching, if not, take a free badge on the way out. Don't let the door slap your ass on the way out.
Yeah.
If you thoroughly hated it and was forced to watch this as a torture device many years down the road when everyone gets taken over by a threat, and this is made to be the torture, I'm sincerely sorry. I hope you got some entertainment out of the torture. If it was just plain torture, then I understand. Listen, it was kind of a guinea pig of a show anyway. But we're going to end it by singing the campfire song. So why not? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Let's gather
around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. Boom, boom, boom. CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song. If you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. Patrick! CAMPFIRESONG song.
Squidward!
Good! It'll help if you just sing along. Oh, yeah! See, wasn't that relaxing?
No.